when you open this up, you still have a window here. All right, I finally got a rooftop tent for the 2024 Sierra, and yes, it is a used FSR tent that I got for a solid deal. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how I mounted it, the rack system that I'm using underneath, and why I chose this tent for the first major overland upgrade on the 2024 Sierra. Whether you're building out your Sierra 1500 specifically or any full-size truck for camping or overland use, I'm gonna show you give you a good walkthrough, and it'll probably help you with your setup as well, especially if you're looking for like a budget-friendly rooftop tent that holds up. If not this one specifically, I'll give you tips on how to find the right one. So honestly, I've had my eye on a rooftop tent here for quite a while. I used to have one, and I've spent more than 60 nights probably in a rooftop tent, and at one point I spent over a month straight in a tent during everybody's favorite year of 2020. That was the move. I went with FSR, good quality name brand, and also specifically for the Sierra and the rack system itself, I really wanted to have a lower rack system. There's a lot of people that have the racks that are up here. I'll put like a little picture, or I'll paste something in here on what a higher rack looks like. But I'll show you at the end, so stick around till the end. I'll show you what this looks like all folded up and neat and tidy. But when this is closed, the wind goes above the rooftop tent. This is a low profile, and a lot of rooftop tents have a window that pop up right here and would hit the back of the truck, or it just makes an unusable section of the tent. This one specifically does not have anything that pops up. The way the rainfly is set up, it doesn't interfere. And so that's why I was looking for this tent or something. There's very few tents that don't have a pop-up on that side. Grab this one for a deal off Facebook Marketplace. And a lot of people, honestly, they'll buy a rooftop tent and they'll use it for like one trip, maybe two trips, and then it goes sits in a closet. So what you're looking for when you buy a used tent is just where they store it. Make sure the cover that goes over it isn't faded. They didn't set it in the backyard. It's been held in good condition in storage, because they're probably all in pretty decent condition unless they really took it on some real beater trips. My past one, it went through some things. I'll put some videos up, but we did snow camping and different things like that. I didn't keep it. It was a prototype tent, and it wasn't a good long-term fit, so I sold it a couple years ago. Finally have a good replacement to pick up where we left off. So the used market is great for rooftop tents right now, because right now I'm recording this in 2025. A lot of people bought rooftop tents in 2020. They went crazy over it. The camping world was popping off. It was the thing to do. Since then, a lot of those people have just had those rooftop tents in their garage. They either sold their truck, their SUV, or they got a different type of car, and now they just have these tents. And so you can get, like in this case, this tent's usually like $3,000. I got it for about half off, and the guy used it for 2 camping trips. So pretty easy decision. The tents are still very expensive new, but the used market is a solid place to look. There are literally no issues with this tent whatsoever, and I'll get into that here in a little bit. And real quick, while we're talking about new versus used, there's not a lot of features that are on the new tents besides better construction. I mean, this is a few years old, and everything about it is great. There's nothing that's falling apart, but I will say as years go on, they have better ways to do things, and they have more creative places to put like lighting, like underneath here. But outside of that, a lot of those new upgrades you can probably figure out how to add on yourself. But as far as what this tent came with, this is the Free Spirit Recreation FSR High Country V2 Mini. I wanted the Mini so when it folds up, it is smaller. It's smaller than the size of the bed. I didn't want something that was hanging off the end. I used to have one like that, and that just got kind of annoying. You'd hit your head on it or you bump into it. I wanted this to fold up, and again, stick around to the end. I'll show you what that looks like. As far as what this comes with a ladder. There's a couple support poles that you can set up here for extra support. It has a couple shoe bags on the outside. As a roll-up front door. When you step in, you have more pockets. This is a rain fly you can take off if you want to have a sunroof on a night you know it's not going to rain. You can take that off. Probably the coolest thing about this tent, and I'm going to hop up in here, is that you can have a mesh screen right here, like a normal tent. You can seal this up, or it has a clear plastic window. I'll take a look outside, but you can get rid of, when you open this up, you still have a window here. So if it's raining or snowing, you actually have a clear view outside. You don't have to be sealed up inside of a tent. Like pretty much any other tent on the market, this is one of the very few that have a clear window that you can roll up. The other neat thing is the material. As you can see, it's not typical tent material. It's thick, it's padded. The first night we spent in this, it was windy, and you don't hear the tent flapping around like a traditional tent would. That's a huge deal and a huge plus. It has all this ventilation. You can open and close. You can close up ventilation, leave it open. You don't get wet through there. You've got a light strip right here. All you got to do is plug a power bank in. You have great spots to hide your phone. Lots of room. I am 6'3", 6'5" with shoes on, and I have room at the end. And for a tent that's considered like a mini size, this was a needle in a haystack to find. So if you're tall, this is one to consider. And if you want one that folds up and hides well into your truck and is not going to be like hanging off the back, this is like one of 3 options for you. If you're under 6 foot, your options are much better. But as far as this goes, very unique to be small footprint. If you don't mind your tent footprint, like if you have an SUV and you want it to close up and it can go the full length of your SUV roof, you got plenty of options. Don't worry about it. This is for the people that want a small footprint when it's closed up and put away. That's what I was looking for. So overall, first impressions of this tent are great. The noise is extremely low. The weight is like a little over 100 pounds, which is very typical. There's very few, if any, rooftop tents under 100 pounds that flip out. You'll probably find some lightweight ones that just pop straight up, but again, you need to be probably under 6 foot tall for that to be a realistic option for you, which there's plenty of people for that, but for me it wasn't something to consider. But as far as fold-up tents, a little over 100 pounds, you'll need some help taking it on and off, which is a drawback for some people. Or if you're not able to help someone pick up half of it, it's just kind of bulky. And stick around to the end, show what it looks like when it's closed up, when you would be taking it off. But you know, it's got a big footprint, hard undershell, so you have something to grab onto. But yeah, it's not a one-person job by any stretch of the imagination because of just the general size of it, the weight, you know, alone. And as far as daily drivability, the way this rack is set up, it does not affect aerodynamics at all because it does fold up. It stays within the bed size of the truck. And the aerodynamics go over the top of it. Does not hinder aerodynamics whatsoever. The weight also doesn't affect the truck at all. It's like 100 pounds, which is less than a person, you know, in the back seat. So not really a big thing on that side of it. If you do, you know, leave it on your truck, you can continue to use your truck as a truck. You have a pretty fair amount of room. We've been doing that over the last few weeks. If you have anything tall, you're going to want to go ahead and take off the tent, you know, if it's a little bit over the rails. So speaking on that, let's dive into how we mounted this to the truck. We'll go over this side. We used a tool, however you want to say this, mounting rack. This is like $600. I do kind of regret this. Now, granted, you can lock it, which is awesome, so no one's going to go take your rack off without you knowing. It has a universal mounting system, so this actually works for every single truck. Whether you have the Tundra with the very unique mounting rail system, it works for that. You just flip this bracket upside down and it works for any truck. This is kind of the standard truck side bed, so this bottom side is basically for Toyotas. Everybody else uses this side. It bolts up with a very simple Allen wrench. And then you have a locking system on here. It's very sturdy. It's very robust. So you can definitely use this for other things, mountain bikes, kayaks. You can take it off very quickly, assuming you have the key. If you don't have the key, it's going to take you a minute. But I really like it. But I will say that after getting this installed, just kind of shopping around for tents in general, there are some options for like $200 or $300 that are probably just fine. If you're only going to use it for your tent and leave your tent attached to it, you have some $200 or $300 options. But if you want something with name brand, really reliable, good warranty and things like that, put a link to this in the description below, but it is not the end all be all for the tent. Now the tent itself attaches to the rails with a simple hand tighten deal. Now you can put some lock nuts on here if you want some extra security. I'm not that concerned about it. If someone really wants to take these off and has the people and manpower to take a tent off and have as a place to put it, you know, more power to you. I really doubt they do. You know, what doesn't hurt when you're having this type of deal to make sure they're still tight, because these are not lock nuts. But if it's something that you're going to take on and take off somewhat frequently, like I am, so if you need your truck for work, or if you need to use your truck for anything else reasonable, if you have moving furniture, you're going to need to take it off. So this is really easy to pop off. You can take it off the rails, leave it attached to the rails. You could leave this entire mechanism on here and just take off this part and then store everything together so it's pre-mounted exactly the way you want it. The options are really endless on how you want to store this system, but if you want to take the tent off itself, very simple. Not really a lot of tools needed, you just need a couple people and then you're good to go. You get the benefits of the rooftop tent versus sleeping on the hard ground. One other thing I will mention, just kind of talking on that I didn't mention about the benefits of a rooftop tent if you're not familiar. The big benefit is rooftop tents have a mattress and they also have a moisture barrier underneath the mattress. So you get the comfort of an actual sleeping pad, and then underneath there is a spot for moisture. So when you're sleeping at night, if you've had a lot of time in a rooftop tent, you get condensation inside. That doesn't happen with these. Between the ventilation and the roof and then underneath the mattress, you don't get condensation issues. And you don't get that uncomfortable feeling just because there's some dew outside. It does not need to be inside the tent. Major benefit in addition to wild animals and things not bothering you. If you're in the backcountry, wherever, whether you're in javelina country, bear country, deer, doesn't really matter. Nothing's really bothering you when you're this high off the ground. So that's the quick overview of the Free Spirit that we added to the tent. The cool thing about these is that there's endless modification additions that you can do. There's rail systems, you can add awnings, you can have different bags. If you want to have a little private shower area, we can drop a curtain down. You can do that addition, and then this is like a private changing room if you have other people around, or if you don't want to change in the tent. Really endless options. I don't think I need any of them. I think this is perfect just the way it is. It really doesn't need anything. So next steps will just be weekend camping trips. If y'all are interested in seeing those types of actual setups, let me get out of the sun here. If you want to see what that setup looks like, with how we go camping, let me know, and if not, then we'll just do that and keep it to ourselves and keep working on upgrades and keep modifying the truck. I think some auxiliary lighting would be helpful just to the side, so we'll probably look into doing some of that. We'll do some upgrades to the factory lighting as well, but some auxiliary lighting beyond that would be helpful, I think. But if you've made it this far in the video, now it's your turn. Leave in all your comments and questions. Let me know your thoughts on this tent. Do you like rooftop tents? Have you ever seen a rooftop tent before? Send all your questions. There's no bad question. I'll try my best to answer every single person's question and or comment down below. If this video was helpful, especially with the mounting system, let me know. But outside of that, yeah, make sure you hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts. But yeah, outside of that, we'll see you on the next one. We got some more parts in the mail on the way, so more videos are coming soon. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. All right, see you next time. Peace. All right, I didn't miss the takedown video. Here's a quick takedown. It takes about like 4 minutes, and I'll speed it up so that way you can see it. I'll give you a walk around of it all closed up and what it looks like when you're driving around. And there is the nice, compact, closed up tent. Plenty of room, like we discussed, in the bed. You have room on each side. You have lots of room on each side, actually. So this would fit like on a mid-size truck and a full-size truck. And it's below the roof line, so there's no aerodynamics missed or messed up. You have a cool FSR logo on the back. And there you have it.